Hello everyone, welcome to this brand new series from Smart Semester where we are going to learn how to implement JWT in an Angular application from scratch. This is going to be a complete end-to-end series where we will understand not just the implementation part but also the concepts behind JWT, why it is used, and how authentication actually works in modern web applications. One important thing I want to highlight before we begin is that this playlist is designed in such a way that even absolute beginners can follow along. So, if you are new to Angular, new to authentication, or even new to JWT, don't worry. I will explain everything step by step, starting from the basics and moving towards practical implementation. So, since this is the first video, we will mainly focus on understanding the fundamentals. Here I have mentioned a few important questions like what is JWT and what are the prerequisites required to learn this series. These questions basically set the roadmap for this video. By the end of this session, we will be having a clarity regarding what is JWT, why it is needed, and what knowledge or tools you should have before we start building the actual project. So here comes our hero, JWT. JWT stands for JSON Web Token. It is a secure and compact way of transmitting information between the client and the server. It is widely used for authentication and authorization in modern web applications. Let us understand the complete flow, how JWT gets generated and how user use that JWT to make request to the server. Initially, when a user logs into an application, the client means our browser, whatever the browser we are using, the client sends login credentials like username and password which we enter to the server. The server validates these credentials, and if they are correct, server generates a JWT using secret key and sends it back to the client. So once the JWT is generated by the server, it is sent back to the client. After receiving the token, client stores it and attaches it with every future request sent to the server. This is the main point where JWT comes into the picture. Once JWT has been generated by the server and is sent back to the client, and if client wants to use or client wants to request any resources from the same server, he won't again send his credentials. Now this time he will send the JWT. The server then verifies this token before giving access to the protected resources. This helps in maintaining security and ensures that only authenticated users can access restricted data. Then what really this JWT token consists of? JWT token is divided into three parts. First, as you can see, first part is header, second part is payload, and third part is signature. Header contains information about the type of token. It's almost JWT, and the algorithm used for signing. Here the algorithm is HS246. First part of JWT is header. Second part is the payload. Payload contains the actual data or claims. Claims usually include information like user details or permissions. Here we can see user details like name, and I-80 means issued at. When this JWT has been issued, it is usually in microseconds. Like this, information like user details or permissions will be present in payload. And the third part is signature. Signature is used to verify that the token has not been altered. It is generated using the header and payload and a secret key. So when client again requests the server, he also sends the JWT. Now the server uses this signature part of JWT to verify whether this is the valid JWT or not, using the content present in signature. Signature ensures the integrity and authenticity of the token. So this is the structure of JWT, and here in the below I have mentioned an example of JWT token. As I said, it contains three parts: header, payload and signature. Each part is separated by the dot. As you can see, the first few characters and the rest characters are separated by a dot, meaning towards the left side of this dot is header, and what is towards the right side of this dot is payload. And we can see another dot here, meaning right side of this dot is signature. Like this, entire JWT is divided into three parts. This is the structure of a JSON web token. So we have basic understanding of what is JWT. Now comes the second part of our video, that is prerequisites required for this series. First, let's talk about the softwares required. We need Node.js, NPM, Angular CLI and Visual Studio Code. Don't worry, I will show you how to download and install each of these tools step by step within the video itself. And next comes the skills required. Basic knowledge of HTML and Angular will be helpful, but even if you are completely new, you can still follow this series because I will explain concepts in a beginner friendly manner. So now let's start downloading the required softwares. First one is Node.js. Open any browser and search for Node.js. First link from nodejs.org is the official website. Open that and click on get node.js. If you scroll down here, you can see installer file for Windows. Click on that. So here you can see our file is getting downloaded. Actually, what is Node.js? Angular depends on Node.js to run JavaScript outside the browser. Installing Node.js automatically installs npm Node Package Manager, which is used to install Angular and other libraries. So if we install Node, we are also installing npm along with it. So installation has been done. Executable file has been downloaded. Open it. Double click on it. Welcome to the Node.js setup wizard will pop up. Click on next. Checkbox. I accept the terms in the license agreement. Check it. Click on next. This is the directory where Node.js will get installed. If you want to change, you can, or else keep the default one. Click on next. See, here you can see npm package manager is also getting installed along with the node.js itself. Click on next. Automatically install, check this and click on next. Install. If you click on install, installation will get start. Once the installation has been completed, if you want to verify whether node has been installed on your system or not, open command prompt. Windows plus R is the shortcut to open command prompt, and run node-v. Enter. Here you can see version of node that got installed in your system. Now we need to install Angular CLI. CLI stands for Command Line Interface. This is the main tool used to create Angular projects, generate components, services, run and build applications. Once node and npm are installed, just run this command: npm install -g. -g means globally @angular/CLI. Just enter. After typing the command, just enter. You can see it will take some time to install the Angular. Installation is done. To check whether Angular has been installed or not, type ng version. If you do that, here you can see Angular CLI version, it's 20, and node version 22, and npm package manager version also. So we have installed node, npm and Angular CLI. Final thing is Visual Studio Code. For Visual Studio Code, search Visual Studio Code. code.visualstudio.com is the official website. Open it. Download for Windows. The installer file is getting downloaded here. Once the executable file is downloaded, go to the downloaded location, double click on it, accept the agreement. Next, this is the place where Visual Studio Code will get installed. Click on next. Next, create a desktop icon. You can check this because once the installation has been completed, you can see the icon over your desktop. Check it. Click on next and click on install. That's it. The installation will start. Once Visual Studio Code has been installed successfully, search for Visual Studio Code and open it. That's it. We have all the softwares installed on our system. So we are ready to start our journey of implementing JWT in Angular application. In the next video, we will start setting up the project. Thank you.